Hi Ed Akhurst here. I want to give you a quick overview of Group Maximizer. I'm not going to go into some of these areas because I don't want to reveal personal information of anybody that's in the groups, but I'll tell you what we've got here. So if you run Facebook groups, this is really going to help you. Okay, so first thing you can do is there's going to be general group information, and you can set as many groups as you want in here. You've got your 3 questions you can ask, so you can set them up. You can tag which one might be an email, and you can then have that exported out into the software. And if you go in here to group info, to the general information, it'll show you all the groups, all the answers and questions, which people it was that did that and all of that. And then your group settings, so there may be different groups that you want different settings for. So these are all good for groups. So you can get gender, country, and tier. You can only approve if all the questions are answered. And then you can send a message, right, for a particular thing. If they have a certain answer to a certain question, you can send them a DM. You can have a pre-approved thing in a Google Sheet that says these are like paid customers. Maybe it's a paid group. And you can select which question that maybe you want to get their email. That's usually how you do it. And if it's shown in that sheet as approved, they'll approve them. If not, they'll deny them. You can verify an email address. Now, for this, you have to use your abstract API, but you can do that. And then you've got messages have joined, accepted. You can auto decline people based on things. And then how frequently do you want to send these messages? Because you don't want to send them all at once. Messenger doesn't like that. And then your export options for your questions and answers are download as SUV. They are always stored in here. You can send to a webhook. You can send to a Google Sheet. So on this one, I'm sending to a Google Sheet, and then I have Zapier read that Google Sheet from time to time, and it does things with it. So, excuse me. So that's what this section is, and I'm not going to show you these again because there's personal information in there. You can also do some automations, right? So like in this particular group, I just have a welcome message. Every day, it'll go in at noon, and it'll look for any new members between the last time it's sent. And like so far, it's tagged, since I turned this on, it's tagged 161 members. It's ran 19 times. All right, so it doesn't run, of course, if there are no new members that day. And you can turn this on or off. You can do sequences where you have a certain post. If a person's been there a certain amount of time, they'll get tagged in that post. So there are all kinds of things you can do. When you go to create a new automation, you can select which groups it's for, what type of automation it is. Maybe it's a comment post, a send message, auto approve. All right, different things. You put post title in there, and then you can do other things with the post. So lots of options here. Let's cancel that. And then you can do webhooks, right? So you saw in here in the group settings, you could send things to a webhook. So if you do that, you need to set those up in here. If you're using Google Sheets, you need to set them up in here and then tie them to a group. If you're using API settings, that's for, if you're using Toomba or Hunter, you can gather extra information, emails and things like that. If you're using Abstract, you can verify those emails and make sure they're legitimate before you start using them. And then the last thing I'll show you, so this is really, you can see how great this is. You ask your questions, you can run it on groups, you get ready to do your run, you can auto approve everybody, auto decline everybody, set it for whatever group settings you have, or you can just check off which people you want to add in there. And then when we're sending DMs, we use a system called message groups and message segments. If you're familiar with Genius software products, you've seen this, but it's just a way we can build a message where it's always a little bit different but says the same thing. For example, if you have 6 segments with 6 blocks in each, you're going to get over 41,000 combinations. Facebook will never hit you with a copy-paste violation. And you can see automatically we can put things like group name in there and stuff like that. We can also set these up if we want to send somebody a message if they got declined, why. And it can be any one of these 3 reasons here. So come on in, check it out. We think it'll help you a lot because now you're getting multi-channel messaging. You're sucking out emails and getting multi-channel messaging with everybody in your group. You've got other ways to stay in touch with them and communicate with them. And you've got all your answers. Maybe you have other answers. Maybe you need a phone number and you're going to send it out to an SMS thing. Excuse me. Maybe you've got other information you want and you need it out somewhere else so you can read it. Maybe you want to send this to a CRM, to an email autoresponder, whatever. So there's all kinds of things you can do with this. So enjoy and let us know how we can help you.